Welcome to League of Legends Talk Show. Today we will be talking about upcoming changes in patch 6.23 and next 6.24. What do you think you're going to change in Supreme Emperor?
Trying to find some small love for him that helps out a little without recreating previous problems. Hopefully for patch 6.24 or 7.1. Tough to work on without making more fundamental changes.
How do you decide how much to buff Ezra in 6.24 while nerfing one of his core items at the same time? Just genuinely curious. I figured you decided on what numbers are right based partly on live statistics.
Ezra buffs, at least in 6.24 or 7.1, are likely to be quite small. Ezra's proven quite difficult to balance, so we're really cautious of overdoing it, and a nerf to Rylai's will affect a range of other champions as well. Playing it safe like that could certainly leave Ezra in too poor a state still, especially if Rylai's is dramatically more important to him than other champs. If so, we'd consider a second set of buffs. Again, just to be clear on what we're thinking though, whatever we do for him's almost certainly small stuff, not major power-impacting changes.
Are there any planned buffs for Kalista for next 2 patches or so?
Buffs targeted for 7.1, possible they end up in 6.24 if they go really smoothly.
Any plans for Vayne?
It currently looks like Vayne's one of, or the strongest, marksman right now. That means she's worth looking at. Conclusion might be that we should buff weaker marksmen, adjust items or masteries, or that it's just meta that she's strong and that's appropriate. Looking at her in the first place seems pretty important though.
Why would Twitch get nerfed?
Early play suggests he's really strong in the preseason. Too early to say whether he needs changes though.
What about Fiddlesticks?
Jungle changes have probably hit him too hard. Dark Wind's good at camps of 2-3, much weaker against camps of 1 or 6.
What about Jace? He's been out of line statistically for a few patches now.
Current thinking is worth watching, but doesn't seem so out of line as to be a priority versus other work. Main thing that's changed with him is a popularity spike based off Worlds play.
Any thought about Kindred?
Right ballpark power-wise. Power drops off too hard over the course of the game though, which classes with intended jungle carry playstyle might be appropriate to shift power later as a result. Get them onto more multiplicative builds with crit perhaps as another scalar.
How about Garen? I'm itching for more news.
Potentially armor shred mechanic added in 6.24, still going through testing though.
Do you think this will create a bit of an abuse case in his extra synergy with Black Cleaver, since both will stack to more than what Darius gets for himself where Garen gives it to his whole team? Or is that intended to be a new potential niche for him?
That's a niche we're exploring deliberately, seeing whether there's some good distinction in Garen being a juggernaut you bring if you've got heavy physical damage elsewhere on the team you want to amp.
Thank you for watching us. Please subscribe.